east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from SoFi. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for David Montgomery. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Now Goff. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Goff. He'll look underneath here for Montgomery. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It is a big play there for the Lions. 35 yards. Goff with the give to Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Zadarius Smith, the linebacker, in on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. There's Hurst downfield. He's got it. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. That'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So after one, 7-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. Goff to throw on 1st down. Catch is made by Wright. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. To throw is Goff. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Throwing here is Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
And you work this forward to the 35. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Dobbins. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. Herbert going to try to throw on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. That'll be a gain of 15 on 4th down. Shotgun now for Herbert. He'll get rid of it and complete it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you cut.
A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's Dobbins. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Herbert. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now a timeout, Chargers here. That's their 2nd, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
so much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. Going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Herbert. To the end zone. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Kirby Joseph. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, just that one touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the third quarter begins. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin then. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. Big lineman Aleem McNeil ends the play there. On play action, it's Herbert. This throw taken in by Hurst. On the move past the 40. Still going. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll go with him again. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. K.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Reynolds now on the return. And they'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
These curl routes. He's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Montgomery. Second down and 8. Goff to throw. Catch is made. That is Williams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Montgomery. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run it here with Montgomery. And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts.
Stop being gay. Stop running around the clock. Come on. Play the game right.
Here's 2nd down and 3. One more time for Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to play in regulation. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll drop to throw. That ball intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission. I remember we didn't have it.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Set for a start, it's Dicker the kicker. Cameron Dicker with a run-up, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. First play from scrimmage. Here's Murray. Got his man. It's Dortch. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. To throw is Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Now Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Throwing again, Murray. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate, that was just incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A gain of 6. Stop short of the goal line. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Dobbins will score. Touchdown Chargers.
Did my eyes deceive me? Was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage were so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. From the 4, it's second and a couple. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Herbert going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Chargers take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He may go. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Henley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cards are going to take over here up near the 40. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 21. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Wilson from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. That's caught at the 2. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is. And I don't know how much that particular play factored in. But with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's Herbert. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Herbert now. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And out across midfield down to the 45. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Again, Herbert rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. Josh Palmer, as time expires in the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play, and that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll run with Dobbins. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Chargers 42.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First carry for James Conner. And shedding through the tackle. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter. Up really big. That pass and incompletion. I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers continue to pour it on here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Murray going to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And they're struggling.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison open.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops from one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray to air it out again. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, a wide open receiver. It's Harrison.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here's Murray. Wilson's got it on the crossing route. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time, and you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football.